What if I told you that Hollywood's two biggest best friends, the ones always hugging on screen, always praising each other in interviews, have actually been firing subtle warning shots at each other for years? And now those old warning shots are resurfacing in the shape of a brand new Marvel movie. I'm talking about Ryan Reynolds and Chris Hemsworth. But this time, the theory isn't just that they don't like each other. This time, the theory is that Robert Downey Jr. is quietly taking control of Doomsday, and Deadpool's screen time is being squeezed because of it. It sounds like a huge claim, I know, but if you rewatch these 4 exact clips, which I'm about to break down second by second, your whole perspective might change. Because these clips aren't just old memories, they're a pattern. And patterns don't always lie. Welcome back to Amelia Brown. Today we're not doing some generic recap, and we're not counting through the entire Doomsday drama again. Today's video is focused on just 4 specific moments that are the real backbone of this Reynolds-Hemsworth-Downey tension. These aren't random clips I picked. These are the exact seconds fans keep rewatching, pausing frames on, zooming into expressions, because every single one of these clips looked completely innocent the first time around, but now with this new Doomsday drama, they look completely different. So let's break down each clip, with the exact words, the exact tone, and then you can decide for yourself whether this was just friendship or something more.
And what is that? Is that me? Is that Thor? Is he crying?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That happens in the distant future.
Why is Thor crying? Quick,
Do not speak to her.
It all starts with a small clip that's still circulating online, and every time it resurfaces, the same debate reignites in the comments. Reynolds posts online and teases, "Is that me? Is that Thor? Is he crying?" And then, right when it seems like he's about to reveal something, he stops himself. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That happens in the distant future. I mean, come on, read that line again. That's not a casual joke. That's someone who knows the next word could go too far, and deliberately cuts his own sentence off mid-thought. That restraint itself is suspicious. You don't stop yourself unless you know exactly what the next line could do. And then comes the reply that shut the internet up. Hemsworths do not speak to her. 4 words, that's it. No laughing emoji, no follow-up joke, no haha bro chill tone. Just a cold clipped, almost warning-like response. Listen, if this were purely casual, friendly banter, Hemsworth would have thrown in a punchline, because that's exactly how these two usually operate. But he didn't. He said exactly as much as he needed to. No more, no less. And fans are saying that's the exact reaction of someone who felt a little exposed. This clip sets the foundation for the entire theory. One actor teasing something, the other one shutting it down immediately. And this dynamic, as we're about to see, doesn't stop here. It keeps repeating.
Chris Hemsworth is everyone's least favorite Australian. And as a reminder, Hugh Jackman still exists. Chris is a no-good asshat who looks like a bodybuilder a platypus.
Now this is where things get serious. This is the moment Reynolds brings his own mother in front of the camera to read a fully written script roasting Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is everyone's least favorite Australian. And as a reminder, Hugh Jackman still exists. Chris is a no-good-ass hat who looks like a bodybuilder platypus. Now think about that for a second, the amount of effort here. This wasn't a tweet typed out in 2 seconds and posted. This was a fully written, fully rehearsed, fully filmed insult, where Reynolds involved his own mother just to make the punchline hit harder. And that's the exact detail fans still bring up years later. When an insult is this produced, this deliberate, there's usually something real underneath the comedy. You don't put in that much time and effort for something that's purely harmless. Someone sat down and thought about this. Someone wrote a script. Someone filmed it. Someone edited it. And then someone decided this needed to go online. That level of intention alone makes this bigger than a simple friendly roast. And listen, when people say it's just comedy, they forget that comedy is used as a weapon too, especially when you're targeting exactly the spot that hits hardest. Fans say this was the first moment the tension between them showed a genuine edge publicly. Not just banter, but something a little more personal.
Trash talk me, say some horrible things about me, so got my dad here to say a few things about you. You are my dad, and why don't you tell him what you think of him?
Top man?
He's not a top man. We talked about this before. Tell him all the stuff that we discussed is, yeah, you hate him. He said you're the worst actor, the least favourite Canadian in the whole world. It's not ridiculous. This is what we talked about. And you said you hate aviation gin because it's disgusting.
That's my favourite drink.
It's not your favourite drink.
So Hemsworth didn't let this slide. He filmed his own retaliation video straight from set, pulling his own dad into frame like even his family was part of this fight now. Top man, he's not a top man. We talked about this before, all the stuff that we discussed. You said the worst actor, the least favorite Canadian in the whole world. And then comes the line that feels the most calculated. You said you hate aviation gin cause it's disgusting. It's my favorite drink. It's not your favorite drink. Wait a second, that's not just a hit on Reynolds' acting career. That's a direct hit on his actual business. Aviation Gin is his own company, his own brand, part of his own identity, and Hemsworth targeted exactly the spot that would hurt Reynolds the most personally. I mean, think about it. Reynolds threw a joke, Hemsworth sent a missile back. That wasn't an equal exchange, that was a clear escalation. And here's the important part. Both videos were scripted, edited, and produced. Someone set up the camera, someone thought about the angle, someone rehearsed the dialogue. This wasn't spontaneous banter thrown out in front of a live camera. This was two people, on both sides, taking time, planning, and finding the best possible hit. And when two people put this much effort into trash-talking each other, fans are right to ask, if this was really just comedy, why did it need this much planning? And this video is still online to this day. Nobody deleted it, nobody apologized, nobody ever came out and clarified, hey, this was just a joke. That silence says something too.
Who's this guy with the swords and stuff?
This seems an awfully expensive way to announce a film. When do you start filming? Doomsday? Today. When does that start shooting?
It's in the can, bro. Look around you. Did you bump your head?
We've got, this feels like he's begging for a role. Does he think we forgot? I was such a huge Deadpool fan, not anymore. Give Justin Baldoni a role. This will teach the world a valuable lesson about the story of David and Goliath. I've never seen a Comic-Con reveal post like that.
And now we get to the clip that's the most loaded, maybe the most loaded of all. At the Comic-Con Hall H panel, exactly while Marvel was unveiling material tied to Victor Von Doom, exactly while the spotlight was on Downey's character, a role the entire industry had been talking about for months. Reynolds shows up in full Deadpool gear, completely unscripted. Who's this guy with the swords and stuff? This seems an awfully expensive way to announce a film. When do you start filming? It's in the can, bro. Give Justin Baldwin a role. This will teach the world a valuable lesson about the story of David and Goliath. Listen, I'm not saying this was definitely planned, but look at the timing. Can a coincidence really be this perfect? Exactly the second Downey's moment was being built, Reynolds chose that exact second to make his surprise entrance. Online reactions split immediately too. Some fans loved the chaos of it, saying, that's just classic Reynolds. But others pointed out that the panel's entire focus was supposed to be the new villain reveal, and Reynolds' entrance pulled exactly that attention away from Downey. Now if you line this clip up with the previous three, a pattern starts to form. This guy, whenever the spotlight shifts to someone else, somehow finds his way into it, again and again. A coincidence happens once, maybe even twice. But when the pattern repeats across 4 clips, the question stops being as simple as it looks. So let's line up these 4 moments in a row. In the first clip, Reynolds was about to reveal something and stopped himself, like he knew the line could go too far. In the second clip, he went far enough to involve his own mother. In the third clip, Hemsworth hit back and went straight for Reynolds' business. And in the fourth clip, Reynolds inserts himself right into the exact center of Downey's spotlight moment. These aren't just 4 random old clips. This is an escalation that starts with restraint, moves into business, and ends with a live stage takeover. And that's exactly why, when people say it's just co-star banter, fans don't buy it, because banter isn't usually this calculated, this produced, and this repeatedly personal. Real banter doesn't involve bringing your mom in front of a camera. Real banter doesn't target someone else's business brand. And real banter doesn't insert you into the exact center of someone else's career-defining moment. Each of these can be explained away individually, but when you put them all together, it stops looking like coincidence. So 4 clips, 4 different moments. A cryptic tease that stopped itself short. A fully produced roast that pulled in a mother, a retaliation that went straight for someone's business, and a stage crash that happened exactly during Downey's spotlight moment. Individually, each one can be explained away. But when you put them all together, this doesn't look like old friendship anymore. It looks like a pattern that's been building for years and is now surfacing in a brand new Marvel movie. And that's exactly why, when Doomsday releases, if Deadpool's role turns out to be small, these 4 clips will go viral all over again, this time not as memories but as proof. So what do you think? Is this real tension that's been buried for years? Or just 2 old co-stars whose humor keeps getting misread? Let me know in the comments which of these 4 clips you find the most suspicious. And if you remember a 5th moment we didn't cover here, drop that below too. And if this video kept you hooked from start to finish, make sure to like and subscribe to Amelia Brown, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss the next update on Doomsday.